Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I'm going to be using a stamp set from Uniquely Creative today to do a really bold kind of succulent week. So if you want to see how I made this one, then just keep watching. Okay, so if you remember back a couple of weeks ago, I did a card using this really cool stamp set from Uniquely Creative. It's called the Succulents set. And what I thought I'd do today is do a bit of a background, like use it as a background stamp. So just go nuts and just stamp the whole thing down, but I don't want to do it in black because that's then going to be a little bit too overpowering. So I'm going to do it in grey. So I'm going to use Pumice stone. I have recently bought some new grey inks from Lawn Fawn. They haven't arrived yet. I was kind of hoping they'd be here before I did this. Unfortunately not. So I'm just going to use Pumice stone because it's going to work. And then I'm going to maybe colour in a couple of them. I can't colour them in with Copics because they're going to bleed through. So I probably will use, like, stamp it on a piece of Express It blending card and stick it down. I think that'll be the easiest way. I have gone ahead though and made myself, this is going to be my flipper. And I've just coloured this in, but that's so you can see how much it bleeds. And I know that's through cardboard, not paper. So not even going to try. So I'm just going to stamp out each of these in a bit of a pattern. Ow. I'm trying to grow my nails and I'm really not doing very well. Like, I'm doing a good job of growing them. I'm not doing a very good job of using hands with them. So I really like this kind of shadow effect that it gives me. And I love that I can just go over the top. So I'm starting in the middle and I'm going to work my way out. So you'll see in a second. So it gives us that kind of shadow look. I don't even know if you can see that on camera. I'm assuming you can. If you can't, I'll do a zoom. I'll put zooms in. Actually, I'll do a zoom in just a sec. But I'm going to move these around so they're not all in the same place, and so they're also not all kind of the same direction, and they're going to come off the page a little bit. I'm going to completely just go over the top of my days. Like I said, it's going to give me a bit of a shadow. And I'm just going to make sure I tidy or wipe off any excess ink as I go so it doesn't end up somewhere else. So I think I'll work on 3 of each of the stamps, like of the, 3 of each of the stamps, and then I can just fill in the gaps later. And I'm starting with the biggest ones because they're obviously harder to place. I can stick the little ones down in the middle. But I am kind of working out from the middle a little bit, so that the little ones do have room. I like that. It's a little bit not quite the way I wanted it to look, but it's pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. Not the same pattern. I'll try and move things around a little bit. The other way you can do this, if you don't want to do the way I did, which is I like to stamp them down sort of one by one, and that way I don't have to keep changing so much of the... Hold on, let me explain that again. I put 3 or 4 of each of these and then try and fill in the gaps. If you really don't want it to do that, put a little, like put one on each of a stamp block and do it that way. That way you don't get the repetitive pattern. But I find it really not difficult, but more complicated to do it that way. So what I might do is just use 2 and then see if we can get it to do the right kind of pattern this way. Alright. That's a lot of stamping. Whenever I have oxide all over my fingers, which I do tend to, I just spray a little bit of water. It's because it reacts with water anyway. It just all wipes straight off. So, easy way to do it. Okay. I think that looks really cool. But it just needs something. It just needs a couple of them to be coloured in. Now, like I said, can't do it with Copics. So, I'm going to stamp a couple out. I think I'm going to pick three on each page, maybe. I want this one because I want to cover the fact that I've messed it up. So I'm grabbing my stamp block again. Hopefully that hasn't just put ink everywhere. And I'm going to use my black this time, so this one's going to be a bit bolder. Okay. So I'm going to do this 1, 2, and 3. I think there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7. So I'm going to do one of each, colour one of each of them in, and then cut them out, and we'll find somewhere to put them all. Be like a bit like a puzzle. There's going to be a lot of colour in here. I'm trying to find my, there it is. Couldn't find my cloth. I'm going to put the colours that I'm using on the screen, so that way I don't have to keep interrupting to sort of show you. The colour in here looks complicated. It's really not. It's really kind of simple. So just sort of go, you sort of think of it that the insides are the dark bits, and then you sort of have the light bits on the other side. I have all of my green Copics here. I also have a blue and a purple, and that's because I do know you can get succulents in like blues and purples. And if you have a look at the one I did here, you can kind of see they don't look horribly blue and purple. They just look enough blue and purple. Really, the only one I don't like here, in fact, I'm not going to use it because it's not going to work. It's just the little cactus, because you're not going to be able to get the spikes. I won't be able to cut them out, so I'm just going to leave them. Okay, so I do all of these. I'm trying to clean them as I go, and then it takes so much longer. Now I do have the matching dies for these, but I don't want to use the dies because I don't want the white around the outside. I want it to sit right on the top. So I'm going to cut them all out by hand. The dies are absolutely beautiful though. They cut them out beautifully. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and colour these in. Like I said, I'll put the colour caps on the top so you can see what I'm doing, and I'll be right back. Oh, here's a hint. I always keep my colour chart next to me when I'm using Copics. That way I can pick the colours that work just a little bit easier. Alright, that was a mission, but they look really cool once they cut out like that. The only thing I'm going to just add to these, I will add some white highlight afterwards, but I'm just using my Tombow marker, and I'm using a water-based marker on purpose because the Copic one has a tendency to bleed, and I don't want it to do that, whereas the watercolor marker doesn't do it quite so much. I'm just going around the outside of the edges, so I'm covering up anywhere that I might have got a little bit or left a little bit of white. And if I come at it from the back, so you sort of see here I'm sort of coming in from the back, I can get, it doesn't get anything on the front, so it kind of allows me a bit of mistake. Like if I do that, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go around the outside of all of these, and then we'll start putting this page together. All ready to go. So now we just need to work out where on the page we're going to put these. So like I said, this one was easy. Oh, that actually does look really cool. I was worried that it would look silly, but I don't think it will. I'm just working out with the colours. I want the... There we go. No, just making sure the greens aren't too close. There we go. So I didn't want to use the one in the middle. Damn. Oh well. I was trying to avoid that one, but it's okay. So I'm just wobbling this around until I get it in the right spot. So it is, it's exactly like a puzzle. The only downside is some of these are going to be cut off, but that's alright. This one can go up here. That one's going to go there. This one's going to go over here. It's going to overdo the bits and pieces a little bit, but that's alright. I have an idea for those before I finish this up, and then that one will go over there. Okay, so that's where they're all going to go. I am going to put going to put some date covers on here. These are Barney and Moon ones. I just like I want to bring in some more of the green, but I think I'm going to use this greeny grey as opposed to, actually no, I might use, because none of these are the exact same shades. They're all very different, and I kind of like that. So I'm going to use the pale green here. I'm going to grab my tweezers. I'm going to go ahead and stick these down really super fast, and then we'll come back and put the succulents in, and then we'll be nearly finished. Then to stick these down, I'm going to run them through my Xyron sticker maker. This is been a very long time since I've used this one. Any one that doesn't fit will stick in obviously just with glue tape, but for the smaller ones, I feel like this is going to be easier, especially for that really pointy, pokey one. I never get these in evenly. Always looks silly. Anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick these down. Little bit has come up there when I was rubbing that. I'm just using just a dot of liquid glue just to put that bit of cardboard back down again, and I don't mind that there's a little bit of mess. This one was going up here, wasn't it? Alright, and then we'll stick these ones down. Really like this. I was really worried it would look silly, but I don't think it's going to. Okay. So I need to just cut off the excess on these two. Then we're going to have the flipper. At this point I don't have any doctor's appointments or anything for Charlotte, so I don't need to put anything big here. I do want to put though a box of some, actually I don't want to put a box, I'm going to put it just here. I'm just going to have it do Happy Mail. And I'm just using my Oscar and Lou book just because it's a bit easier. I have one that says Happy Mail, which I thought I did, but maybe I don't. Okay, only because I can't find anything else, I'm just going to use this little green mail thing there. And I'm just going to write mail in there. I think I saw a green little checkbox that might work. I'm going to use this little one here with the hearts. I have a feeling these were actually from the same kit, but I can't quite remember. Alright, so then the last thing we need to do is just put a backing on here and punch the holes, because obviously this is going to be sort of the wrong, that background's going to look horrible, so we don't want to do that. So I'm just going to flip that over, mark my holes. Actually, I should have done the paper first. Wait a minute. So I want to use green. I know I want to use green, so I'm just grabbing my, oh, that's perfect. This is my scrap paper pile. Pile? Is that the right word? Scrap paper bucket. We'll go bucket. And I just happened to find this one. I'm pretty sure this is a Kaiser Craft one, but that'll be, why don't you go that way? This will be perfect. Sort of matches with the green. It's not too much, so if I write on top of it, it'll be fine. Because more than likely, I'll just end up putting my footy details on here. But just in case I do turn it into something else, I will do an updated picture on Instagram if I do change this. So just stay tuned over there, unless if you are interested. Grabbing my trimmer really quick. We'll cut this out and then we'll do the holes. And then I've got one more thing to add and then we're done. Only other thing I need to do here, so I just need to grab my white gel pen and I just need to add in a couple of little highlights on these ones, just because they need to match the others. And then just down on this one, because it's just a little sticky, I'm just rubbing my finger over any of the sticky bits and it should pull up most of it. So I'm going to call it there. I know that took a really long time, and I know for you guys it won't take anywhere near as long as it took me in real life, because I had to colour them all in bit by bit. But I think that looks really cool. I do think I need maybe one more down here, but honestly I don't mind. I like the shadow, I like the difference, but then I like that pop. There's a nice little pop of colour that comes, but I also love adding in all the different shades of green, and even just a little bit of the blues. I think they're really pretty when you put them all together. So that is my succulent week. I hope you guys did enjoy this one, and I hope you like something just a little bit different. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so I know you did enjoy it. And if there's a stamp set you'd like me to use, please let me know. You can leave it down below, or you can find me on any of my socials. Don't forget to be subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any future videos from me. Just a little reminder for anyone that wasn't following on Instagram, I am dropping out a video. I usually post Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Just for the time being, we're just going to do Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. There will be a random Monday every once in a while, but I'm just taking out that extra video to give myself a bit of a break. So I hope that doesn't bother anyone too much. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support during this extra busy time. Hope you guys have an absolutely awesome week, and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!